today we are doing a wash and a wax on this 21-foot Chaparral. I'm going to walk you guys through my full detail at a customer's house on a mobile detailing. If you guys don't know, I do cars, I do boats, I do RVs. But anyway, today we're going to do a full wash and wax detail on this super dirty 21-foot Chaparral coming up. Driving from the job that I just completed that you're going to watch in this video, and it just made me think, you know, as boat detailers or detailers in general, you know, we like you know, the cool jobs where you do the big transformations, the wet sands, the you know, the ceramic jobs, the big boats. But guys, for years I did these little bitty center consoles and made $500 in a day and went home, and you know, it's 2:56 at night or in the afternoon, and I got there at about 10 a.m. So what is that? 11, 12, 1, 2, 4 hours, 5 hours. Yes, I count on my hands. Don't make fun of me. But guys, 5 hours, $500. You know, you really can't beat that money. So don't get discouraged if you are a detailer or if you're just starting out and you're like, man, I don't know where to get all these big boats or the big ceramic jobs. Dude, focus on getting the smaller little center consoles, little bay boats, and focus on getting your prices at about $100 an hour. That's typically about, you know, what I like to make, you know. So if you're just starting out, try to be around $85 an hour to about $110 an hour. If you can get over $110 an hour, great. Sometimes I do, depending on the job that I'm doing. But on average, if you can make about $100 an hour, man, you're doing a lot better than 99% of people on this earth. So, guys, don't get caught up in having the big fancy boats or the ceramic jobs. You know, go kill it with these little wash and wax details, the simple details. Man, I can't tell you how nice today's job was because it was just simple. Got there at 9 o'clock. I'm leaving at 2:30, and it was simple. Literally, I washed the boat inside and out, used a little bleach, a little cleaner, cleaned it up, waxed it. The customer was super happy. Everybody was super happy. So don't get so caught up in having be the biggest, the fanciest guy out there. And don't get discouraged if you're not the biggest and fanciest guy out there. Do the little jobs, make your $100 an hour, go home happy. That's what it's about. All right, guys, before we hop into this video, let me explain a few things. This boat, a customer called me a few weeks ago and booked it. It's been sitting right here on side of her house. It's obviously pretty dirty. First thing we're gonna do is obviously wash the boat. I get everything out of the compartments and then we wash the boat. And then right after that, we're gonna go into our detail, clean everything up. We're gonna wax it with our Jescar sealant. So guys, if you get any value out of this video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, only if I earn it. Don't just do it because I said it. Do it if you've actually gotten value out of this. Please go ahead and hit those buttons. It really means a lot to me. Now, that's enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get to work. All right, first thing we're gonna notice here is that we are using a pressure washer and a pump sprayer to do our interior cleaning. This is going to make this job a heck of a lot easier because it is so moldy and so dirty. So anytime you get a moldy or dirty boat, I don't normally use my foam cannon, which if you watch my other videos, you'll see me using the foam cannon. Typically, I'm going to use my pump sprayer here and a pressure washer just to blast through all of that mold, all of that dirt, all of that mildew, everything like that. So get yourself a pressure washer. The one I use, I actually buy it at Walmart. It's the Power Stroke series. I think it's like $250. You really cannot beat it. And if something breaks on it, then it's only $200, so just go buy a new one. You know, that's what I've done. This is the same pressure washer I've used for about 7 years now. So get yourself a pressure washer and the pump sprayer. So first thing, in the pump sprayer for this boat, because it was so dirty and moldy, I went ahead and did like probably 25% bleach, and then I probably added another 25% of Purple Power and then filled it up with water. So it's got bleach and Purple Power in it. I don't typically love bleach on boats because bleach can etch gel coat if you don't do it properly. But in this case, being it was so moldy and so nasty, I just wanted to cut through that bleach as best as I could without having to fight it. So I went ahead and mixed Purple Power and bleach together and filled it up with water and pressure wash. So watch what I do here, guys. Watch my technique. I mean, it's really nothing super fancy. You know, just using a pressure washer and the pump sprayer. But if you get a pump sprayer and you spray it, soak it down really good and let the chemical do the trick. It's better, in my opinion, to use more product. It might cost you a little more, but it's going to save you a lot of time if you use more product. So in this case, I went ahead and I pump sprayed the living heck out of it. I think I went through probably a gallon of bleach on this boat, but hey, it made my job a lot easier versus scrubbing it with a brush and washing it. You just put some bleach on there and pressure wash it off and go. So this boat had a ton of leaves, so as you can see here, I'm just kind of working the leaves out. I had to wash this boat, the inside of this boat, about 4 times total, like to really rinse it out. It had leaves in every single crack and crevice. It was super dirty. I probably should have upcharged this lady a little bit, but in her defense, she was super nice and a super nice lady. And honestly, I already made all of my money for the week, and this was just kind of icing on the cake for me. So probably should have charged an extra $100 or so, $200 for how dirty it was. But you know, I just didn't really see the point in doing that because I had already made all my money. So I just decided to hook this lady up because she was super nice. So anyway, guys, watch kind of how I do this. I'll kind of shut up now and just let you guys go. I'm about to hop over onto the motor and get the motor done, and then we're gonna finish scrubbing the outside, and then we will hop to waxing it. Alright guys, nothing different here on the exterior. This is still about 25% bleach and 25% Purple Power, and basically all I do is just kind of rinse it down first to get kind of that top layer off, spray it with the pump sprayer, let it sit for a few seconds, and then just scrub it pretty dang good, and then go ahead and pressure wash it off. One thing you definitely want to make sure is that it's not a hot day. This boat, when I was doing it, as you can kind of see, it was really overcasty, so you can pretty much do the entire side. If it's a really hot day, if you use bleach and Purple Power and it dries on the boat, it could really mess it up. So just really make sure that it doesn't have time to actually dry on the boat before you rinse it off. So that's kind of the biggest key when it comes to using bleach or Purple Power or any degreaser or any bleach. Just make sure it doesn't dry on the surface. So go ahead, spray it on, scrub it down, and pressure wash the boat off really good. One quick tip too, in this process I do hit the trailer and the wheels and the wheel wells just to get the trailer looking good too, and I always put a little bit of tire shine on the very end just to kind of dress up the trailer as well. As soon as we're done with the exterior, we hop on the inside. As you can see here, I did switch to a water hose. I find that it's a little bit easier on you if you don't have the pressure washer running the entire dang time you're doing this. So if you have the option to switch to a water hose, because one, now you don't really need the pressure. All you need is a little bit of water hose to kind of rinse out the flooring and get your compartments straight. Whenever you're doing the compartments, the only thing you're really going to need here is a good shop vac, and all I use is same thing, Purple Power. I don't put bleach in it now but this is just basically diluted down Purple Power. Put about 25% Purple Power, fill the rest of the bottle up with water, and then just get your compartments clean, man. Go through all the compartments, make sure they're completely shot backed out, make sure they're dry, make sure there's no debris, no rust marks, anything like that. Get those compartments looking good. A lot of customers will go in and look at your compartments, and if they see little rust marks here and there, that will make or break your detail. So my biggest thing, guys, just get in those compartments. If you think it shouldn't be there, get it out. Plain and simple, easy as day. So let's go ahead and kind of watch how I do this. Just rinse out the compartments, clean it up, and then we're gonna hop to the exterior. All right, so now that the inside's clean, that took a really long time. I swear there was like 20 pounds of leaves in this boat. I literally washed the inside probably about 3 or 4 times. You just gotta work it and work it and work it until all the leaves, all the dirt and everything comes out. So now that we got everything washed, we're just gonna hop right onto the outside and start waxing. Alrighty, so let's hop to the exterior and start waxing. So if you noticed, I showed you a little bottle. It is called Jescar Power Lock. You can definitely find it in the link down below. So that's going to be our sealant. It's not actually a wax, it's a sealant. It works a lot longer than any Carnauba wax or most of that stuff you can buy like West Marine. So guys, do yourself a favor, go down below and buy Jescar Power Lock. It really is the best product that I have come across in my years of doing this. So this boat was slightly oxidized. It definitely was not the worst boat I've ever seen in my life, but it was slightly oxidized. The customer wasn't really too interested in paying to get it all like perfect. And you know, 90% of customers out there don't really care, quite frankly, which kind of sucks as boat detailers because we love those jobs that we can correct and make them perfect. But a lot of customers out there, hey, they just want their boat cleaned up for the season and they just want it protected. So what you want to do is stay away from cleaner waxes. Okay, guys, please, for the love of Jesus, don't ever use a cleaner wax again. I kind of have some beef with cleaner waxes, but hey, the cleaner wax has just enough polish in it to polish off little, you know, just light oxidation, black marks, that kind of thing. But the wax inside of cleaner waxes usually suck. They're usually some type of just Carnauba wax. It will literally last maybe a few weeks. So one way we could say is, hey, how do we use really good sealants or really good waxes but also get that cutting effect? So what you want to do is use a more aggressive foam pad with your sealant or your wax. So if you notice right here, first of all, I have my Flex 3401 VRG, which, guys, if you don't have this machine and you are a boat detailer, go buy this machine because it's really an amazing machine. And you can achieve kind of more of a cutting finish without having to use major compounds or anything. So this machine is definitely in my aid and in my favor. So I use this machine with a gray heavy cut foam pad. Now this pad won't actually leave holograms because of the way I'm running it, and it's running it on a kind of a faster speed, and I'm not using a very gritty polish. It's not gritty at all. It has no abrasives in it because it's just a sealant. So in order to get that cleaner wax effect, instead of using crappy cleaner waxes, we're going to use our really good polish, and then we're going to use a heavier foam pad to basically give us that cutting effect. So this is an easy way to get a cleaner wax type of finish without using crappy cleaner waxes and actually using a really good sealant in this case. So guys, that's a quick, really good tip. You don't have to have the Flex. You can use it on a small DA. You can even achieve it on a rotary with a foam pad if you're good enough. But go ahead, if you're having that issue with like, hey, a lot of customers, the boats are kind of oxidized, but they don't want to pay for all this correction, go ahead and just get you a foam. Make sure it's a foam and not wool, but get you a foam, heavier cut foam pad and use your wax, and you will notice it will give it a nice shine. It'll cut just a little bit, but not enough, and it'll give you a really, really nice shine. So as you notice too, one thing that will help is if you go side to side, up, down, side to side, check out my other videos that I have where I go through this really in depth. But if you kind of do that side to side, up, down, side to side motion, all while you're using this polish, you are going to get that perfect shine and that perfect cut that you need. So go ahead, finish up with this particular product. You do have to wait 30 minutes before you take it off. So make sure you do your entire boat. What I like to do is the rub roll down in the top, the little toe roll right here. I do it all, and then I just go back and wipe it. And then once you're done with the exterior, typically the inside is already dry, and then you just hop right on the inside and get to work. All right guys, so we're gonna hop right on to the interior now and start using our sealant. So nothing has changed at all from the inside to the outside. We're still using our Lake Country gray heavy cut foam pad with our Flex 3401 VRG and our Jescar Power Lock sealant. So get creative guys. Obviously on the inside of the boat, you're gonna have to bend in weird places and maneuver the polisher in kind of hard to reach areas. This is normal, you know, obviously just do the best you can obviously do. What you're gonna notice is I use the Flex PXE80 to get into the interior places. Guys, if you can afford it and you got a little extra money laying around, go down in the link below and buy this little machine. You will not regret it. It is a battery powered Flex dual action. It's two different type of dual actions, and it can be converted into a rotary. It has these little attachments that you can attach to it, and I'm working on a review video for it completely, so just kind of look forward to that. And when I do have it up, I'll link it right here. This little machine will change your game on the inside of boats. You can hold it by hand, it's battery operated, it's super easy in getting those really tight spots. So go down below if you really want that kind of that next level upper edge. You can also use it for cars and like little tight spots, and it goes from a 3-inch all the way down to a 1-inch, which is super cool. So look forward for the review video coming up, but until then, go down below and get up your own. You can go to Detailed Image right now and pick it up. I think it's like 400 bucks, if that. So this little machine makes it way easier getting in the tight places on the top side. So just kind of watch how I do it, guys. What I usually do is do all of the top side interior, wait about 20 to 30 minutes, and then take it all off with the microfiber rags, because on this sealant you have to make sure that you wait the full 30 minutes so the sealant can dry and get its full effect. So go ahead and wipe it off, and we'll move on to our next step. All right guys, so now that our Jescar is all completely taken off, next thing you want to do is rinse the boat out, because now you are completely done and you're just doing your final steps. I do apologize, I did not get any footage of me cleaning the floors. All you have to do is take a little bit of the Purple Power and only get it on the floors, scrub it out with a brush and rinse it out. It's that simple, it's super easy. Next, we're just gonna do our windows. The only thing you need for windows, guys, is water and some dry rags. So I basically rinse down the glass and then just take dry microfiber rags and clean it. And that's it, it's super simple. Then I top it off with McGee's 37 Hydro Blue SiO2 coating. This I put on the flooring and on the panels. All you do is you spray it on the panels, spray it on the floors, and then blast it off and rinse it off, and that's it. And then you dry it. That is it. It's gonna make the non-skid bead, it's gonna make the whole entire boat way easier to clean. And I also applied this to the glass. So like I said, all you need to do is spray it on pretty liberally and spray it off, and then dry the boat at the end, and then present it to your customer, and then you are done. Go. All the links that are all the products that I use in this video are linked down below, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I sure hope it's helped somebody out there. If it has, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out.